Have you ever wondered why history's most powerful men, the great leaders, the geniuses who shaped civilizations, practiced celibacy during crucial periods of their lives? Why did Leonardo da Vinci, Nikola Tesla, Mahatma Gandhi, and Isaac Newton dedicate their sexual energy not to fleeting pleasure but to building lasting legacies? The answer lies in a secret modern society has buried under layers of conditioning, a secret Napoleon Hill revealed in his most profound and controversial work, The Transmutation of Sexual Energy as the Key to True Power. Man, stop for a moment. Look at your life. How many times have you wasted your vital essence in pursuit of momentary relief? How many times have you felt that powerful energy slipping through your fingers, leaving you empty, purposeless, powerless? You're not weak for feeling this. You're human. But there's a vast difference between being human and being a slave to your own nature. Napoleon Hill discovered that sexual energy is the most potent force in the human universe. It's not just about reproduction. It's not just about pleasure. It's about creation. It's about power. It's about power. It's the force that moves mountains, that builds empires, that elevates the common man to legendary status. But there's a price to access this power, and that price is self-discipline. We live in a society that teaches us that sexual desire should be satisfied immediately, that denial of pleasure is repression, that masturbation is healthy, natural, necessary. Lies. Lies constructed by an industry that profits from your weakness, by a system that needs you to remain small, distracted, without the real energy to build something grand. Celibacy isn't about denying your sexuality. It's about recognizing that it's too sacred to be wasted. It's about understanding that every time you indulge in empty pleasure, you're stealing energy from your future, your potential, your dreams. You're choosing the man you are today at the expense of the man you could become. When Napoleon Hill studied the most successful men of his time, he discovered a disturbing pattern. All of them, without exception, had mastery over their sexual impulses. Not because they were asexual, but because they understood that this energy was too precious a fuel to be burned in moments of weakness. They channeled it into their obsessions, their creations, their empires. Imagine your sexual energy as fire. Fire can destroy an entire forest if uncontrolled, but the same fire can heat a home, cook food, forge metal, illuminate the darkness. The difference isn't in the fire itself, but in the container that holds it and the direction you give it. Your body is the container, your mind is the direction, your will is the control. Modern man has lost this control. He's become a slave to his screens, his fantasies, his digital vices. He wakes up thinking about sex, spends the day consuming sexual stimuli, and goes to sleep relieving himself in a compulsive masturbation that leaves him emptier than before. This cycle is a prison he built himself, key by key, habit by habit. But within you, the warrior still exists, the creator still exists. The man who can look into the abyss of his desires and say, I am greater than this. This man doesn't deny his impulses out of fear or shame. He transforms them through wisdom and purpose. Sexual transmutation is alchemy. It's the art of turning lead into gold, impulse into inspiration, desire into determination. When you stop wasting your vital essence, something extraordinary happens. Your mind becomes clearer, your focus intensifies, your presence becomes magnetic. You begin to radiate an energy that attracts opportunities, people, resources into your life. Napoleon Hill called this sexual genius. It's not about being superior to others, it's about being superior to the previous version of yourself. It's about discovering that you possess an unlimited source of energy, but that this source only flows when you stop puncturing it with small daily leaks. Have you ever noticed how you feel after masturbation? Not physically, emotionally, spiritually. There's a sense of depletion, emptiness, a subtle shame you may try to ignore, but it lingers, whispering that you chose the easy path when you could have chosen the more powerful one. That whisper is your soul speaking. It's your true essence reminding you that you were created for something greater. You didn't come into this world to be a consumer of pleasure. You came to be a creator of value. You came to leave a mark, to build something that endures beyond your physical existence. But how do you do that when you're constantly draining the energy that should fuel your creations? How do you build an empire when you're spending your real power on small pleasures that vanish in seconds? It's impossible. It's like trying to fill a leaky bucket. No matter how much water you pour in, it will never be full. Celibacy is about fixing the bucket. It's about plugging the leaks. It's about deciding that your energy is too sacred to be wasted in moments of weakness. It's about honoring the power within you, recognizing that it's finite and that every drop counts. When you stop masturbating, when you stop consuming pornography, when you stop seeking compulsive sexual relief, you're not depriving yourself of something good. You're giving yourself something better. You're giving yourself access to your true potential. You're giving yourself the opportunity to discover who you really are when you're not being controlled by your impulses. The first few days are the hardest. Your body will protest. Your mind will conjure 1,000 reasons to fall back into old habits. You'll feel like you're being deprived of something essential. But that's just the resistance of your ego, unwilling to relinquish control. That's just the voice of mediocrity, trying to keep you small and predictable. Resist. Not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. Not because it's comfortable, but because it's transformative. Every day you choose celibacy, you're choosing the man you want to become over the man you've always been. You're building discipline, muscle by muscle, choice by choice. And then something magical happens. After weeks, after months, you begin to feel an energy you'd forgotten existed. An energy that doesn't come from outside, but from within. An energy that doesn't depend on external stimuli, but is generated by your own vitality. You become a source, not a vessel. This energy manifests in unexpected ways. Your ability to focus multiplies. Your projects flow more easily. Your social interactions become more magnetic. You begin to attract people and opportunities that once seemed inaccessible. It's not magic, it's physics, it's chemistry. It's the natural result of stopping the leak of your life force and starting to accumulate it. Napoleon Hill observed that highly successful men rarely reached their peak before 40. Why? Because it's at that age that most men finally learn to control their sexual impulses. It's when they stop being slaves to their hormones and begin to master their energy. It's when they discover that true power doesn't come from satisfying desires, but from transforming them into fuel for greater achievements. You don't have to wait until 40. You can start now. You can make the decision today that your sexual energy will be used to build, not destroy, to create, not consume, to elevate, not diminish. But celibacy isn't just about stopping something. It's about starting something new. It's about redirecting all that powerful energy toward your projects, your dreams, your goals. It's about becoming obsessed with your mission instead of being obsessed with your impulses. When you stop wasting your sexual energy, you have more energy for everything else. More energy for work, more energy for exercise, more energy for relationships, more energy for creation, more energy for life. You become a more complete, more powerful, more present man. And here's the paradox. The more you control your sexual energy, the more attractive you become. Not because you're trying to be attractive, but because you're radiating an energy that's naturally magnetic. You're exuding power, confidence, presence. You're demonstrating that you're a man who has mastery over himself, and that's incredibly attractive to anyone of value. If you're truly committed to this journey of transformation, consider subscribing to this channel. Here, we continue exploring the secrets that can elevate your life to a completely different level, revealing truths that few have the courage to confront. Celibacy isn't about being perfect. It's about being intentional. It's about recognizing that you have a limited amount of vital energy and that every choice you make determines how that energy will be used. You can spend it on fleeting pleasures, or you can invest it in lasting achievements. Think of the men you most admire. Think of the leaders who changed the world. Think of the creators who left lasting legacies. They all had one thing in common. They understood that sexual energy was too sacred to be wasted. They channeled it into their obsessions, their creations, their empires. You have the same energy they had.
You have the same potential they had. The only difference is that they learned to control that energy while you're still being controlled by it. But that can change today. That can change now. Celibacy is a daily choice. It's a decision you make every morning when you wake up. It's a commitment you renew with every moment of temptation. It's a discipline you practice not because it's easy, but because it's necessary to become the man you are born to be. When you choose celibacy, you're not choosing a life without pleasure. You're choosing a life with deeper pleasure. The pleasure of seeing your dreams come true. The pleasure of feeling your energy multiply. The pleasure of becoming a man of value, a man of purpose, a man of power. Your sexual energy is like a river. You can let it spread in 1,000 different directions, creating only small streams that quickly dry up. Or you can channel it in a single direction, creating a powerful force capable of moving mountains. The choice is yours. And here's the truth that few men understand. Celibacy isn't the end of your sex life. It's the beginning of your real sex life. It's when you stop being a passive consumer of pleasure and become an active creator of value. It's when you stop being driven by your impulses and start moving the world with your energy. Have you ever wondered why you feel so empty after masturbation? Why that feeling of satisfaction lasts only a few seconds before being replaced by a feeling of depletion? It's because you're using your sexual energy incorrectly. You're trying to satisfy a need with it that it wasn't designed to satisfy. Your sexual energy wasn't designed to be wasted on boredom or anxiety. It was designed to fuel creation and construction. It was meant to be the engine of your dreams, not a sedative for your frustrations. When you understand this, when you truly grasp that your sexual energy is your most precious power, you'll never waste it again. You'll guard it, you'll protect it, you'll channel it towards higher purposes. A man who practices celibacy isn't denying his sexuality. He's honoring it. He recognizes it's too sacred to be profaned by compulsive habits. He understands that true sexual power doesn't come from satisfying desires, but from transforming them into achievements. Imagine how your life would be if you redirected the energy you currently spend on masturbation toward your professional projects. Imagine your focus if you weren't constantly distracted by sexual urges. Imagine your presence if you weren't burdened by the guilt and shame that come with sexual addiction. You don't have to imagine. You can experience it. You can decide today that you'll never again waste your sexual energy on fleeting pleasures. You can decide that from now on, this energy will be invested solely in building the life you truly desire. Celibacy is an investment in yourself, an investment in your future, an investment in the man you can become. And like any investment, the returns are proportional to the commitment you demonstrate. You can start slowly. You can begin with short periods of celibacy, a week, a month, 3 months. But eventually, you need to decide this isn't just a temporary experiment. It's a lifestyle change, a permanent transformation. Because here's the truth. You can't build an extraordinary life with ordinary habits. You can't achieve exceptional results with mediocre behaviors. You can't become a man of power while remaining a slave to your impulses. Celibacy is the line that separates ordinary men from extraordinary men. It's the discipline that transforms potential into reality. It's the choice that defines not just what you do, but who you are. When you look at your life, do you see the life of a man who's in control? Do you see the life of a man who uses his energy to build, not destroy? Do you see the life of a man driven by purpose, not impulse? If the answer is no, then you know what you need to do. If the answer is no, then you know it's time to make the most important decision of your life. The decision to stop wasting your power and start using it to create the future you desire. Celibacy isn't punishment. It's liberation. It's freedom from the slavery of your impulses. It's freedom from the constant need to seek sexual relief. It's freedom from the shame and guilt that come with sexual addiction. It's freedom to become the man you were born to be. You have a choice to make. You can continue being the man you've always been, the man who wastes his sexual energy on fleeting pleasures, the man controlled by his impulses. Or you can become the man you have the potential to be, the man who channels his sexual energy into great achievements, the man who controls his impulses. The choice is yours. But remember, you don't have infinite energy. You don't have infinite time. Every day you postpone this decision is one less day to build the life you desire. Every moment you waste your sexual energy is one less moment to invest in your future. The world needs men of power. The world needs men who have control over themselves. The world needs you, but it needs the most powerful version of you. That version exists. It always has. It's waiting for you to stop wasting your power and start using it. It's waiting for you to decide that your sexual energy is too sacred to be wasted. It's waiting for you to become the man you were born to be. Man, you must start celibacy now, not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, now, because every moment you delay is a moment you remain a slave to your impulses. Every moment you delay is a moment you continue wasting your power. Celibacy is the first step on a journey that will completely transform your life. It's the first step in discovering who you truly are when you're not controlled by your addictions. It's the first step in becoming the man of power you always knew you could be. Start now. Start today. Start this moment. Make the choice that you will never again waste your sexual energy on fleeting pleasures. Make the choice that, from now on, this energy will be invested solely in building the life you desire. You have the power. You always have. Now is the time to use it. Now is the time to become the man you were born to be. Now is the time to begin your transformative journey. Celibacy isn't just about controlling your sexual impulses. It's about reclaiming your power. It's about reclaiming your life. It's about reclaiming your future. It's about becoming the master of your own destiny. Are you ready for this journey? Are you ready to discover who you truly are when you're not controlled by your addictions? Are you ready to become the powerful man you always knew you could be? If the answer is yes, then start now. If the answer is yes, then make the choice that will transform your life. If the answer is yes, then become the man you were born to be. The time is now. The moment is this. The choice is yours. Man, you gotta start this celibacy now.